Let me tell y'all. Okay, listen. Okay, wait. First of all, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all good? Y'all straight? I have missed y'all. I know I seen y'all last week, but girl, first of all, talking to Cameron, thank you. I missed y'all. I know y'all seen y'all last week, but we here again. Back at it again, my friend. Welcome to another episode of One Billion Brave. I'm your host, Domo Jones. Woo, 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 woo. How y'all doing? How y'all living? How you, Cause we in there. All right, so let's get into the house rules. No profanity. We don't do that on this show. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. We don't do that on the show. No profanity. No bashing of race, religion, gender, politics, or sexual preferences. Can y'all see I got this cough drop in my mouth? And for no reason, I'm not even coughing. Child, that's horrible, huh? That's an addiction that I got to get rid of. I'm not even coughing, and it's not even cold, and I just have a cough drop in my mouth just cause. Girl, huh? Okay, anyway, no bashing of race, religion, gender, politics, or sexual preferences. Why? Because he made all the nations. It makes sense to me. It makes total sense to me. All y'all invited to the barbecue and tell them I sent you. Because who gonna check for me? Who? Who? Exactly. And nobody gonna check for me? Huh? Cause what? No. Also, this show is called 1 Billion Brave because it represents the 1 billion people of the world that have a disability and or medical condition or essential caregiver. So, I mean, y'all kind of know what that means, right? Y'all, okay, y'all do. Y'all know what that means. And if I don't know, y'all better find out right now. Get you one of us in your circle. Don't get you me, but get you one of us. Get you one of us in your circle because the tier is right here. We're on top of that. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how dope our community is. Like, we're in it. We're in it to win it. And that's on period. That's on period. Also, this is one of the most important rules. Are you guys listening? Because I need y'all to listen like real clear. Like, first of all, you do have another earring. I do. It just looks weird. Hi, Grandma. Love you. Now, this is one of the most important rules. We talk about Jesus Christ on this show. I don't know what none of y'all other do. That ain't none of my business. Naive for real, naive. But here, after me in this house, after me in this show, we're gonna talk about Jesus Christ. We're gonna keep him the main thing. Because period. Because he is the main thing. So why not represent? We represent JC. We're not throwing up no signs up here, but y'all know what I'm talking about. We represent JC around here. You feel me? Also, last rule. This is one of the Archie, what up, bro? Love you. This is one of the very few shows that has a hostess with a disability that interviews guests with disabilities and or medical conditions. This right here, this show. So, with that being said, therefore, thus and so, Lady O bars. Therefore, thus and so, Lady O. Come on. That is bars. Lady O, Tyler Perry, and Lady Ava DuVernay. Like, we're in there. It makes so much sense. Like, I'm coming to Lady O's house. It's supposed to be fall. It's supposed to be autumn. Hi, Mom Sonia, love you. It's supposed to be autumn, yet it's 99 degrees outside. Which one we doing? How come autumn, fall? How come you don't know? How come you're not ready? Because why is summer still here? And why is it hot? Joseph, what up? I'm going to need fall to come in and show yourself very strong. Because you over here a little too comfortable. Come out of that corner. You can't hide. Thank you. Then after I go to Lady O's house, then I'm a hop on across the street to Tyler Perry's. We can go to your house. We can go to one of your 97 studios. We can go to, I mean, you send me the location and I'll just be present. It makes so much sense. Then after I do that, it's probably gonna be time to get my locks done, our locks done, because Lady Ava DuVernay has locks too. So we about to go in. We about to go to Rockefeller. April Thomas, I love you. We about to go to Rockefeller and get our locks done, and that's it. Period. Point blank. End the period. That's it. That's it. That's all. So, I mean, holla at me when you see me on the street. Send me your location and call me. That's it. Okay, so let me tell y'all, because I told Gabe I'm gonna call him out on it. Because Gabe, y'all, Gabe is a hater. Gabe is a hater. I'm telling y'all now. Gabe is such a hater. So before we went live, I'm in the back singing. Because why? I can't blow. Huh? I can't blow. Duh. And then here come Gabe talking about, don't do that no more. We just gonna cut it right there. What you mean? Gabe, why you hating on my vocal skills? Like I am double, tri, triple, quadruple platinum. I'm the best selling artist right now. What? Gabe, you a hater. He hating on my vocal skills. That's crazy to me. Because I've been a double platinum, triple platinum artist. And I teach people how to sing. I teach you how to sing. Y'all want to hear it? Okay, cool. Send me your location. Y'all gotta have the finger too. Send me your location. The phone can song communicate. Come on. Amazing great. Y'all not even ready. You're welcome. That's just a little snippet. And Gabe was hating. How dare he? I thought we was locked in for life. That's crazy. Okay, look, let me tell y'all. Before I bring in my next guest, story time. So this past weekend, I went to a retreat for our church. It was a women's retreat. Super amazing. Like crazy. We still got a little residue. The women still have residue from the retreat. Like super dope, right? Okay, so I feel like I had a little too much energy because your girl was just walking everywhere, standing up, hours on end, going up and down the ramp. I mean, just follow the yellow brick road. Girls just, and everybody that knows me knows, like, okay, you're doing too much standing. Like, you need to sit down. And I'm like, child, thank you. No haters allowed. And I'm like, I'm good. I'm on carpet. Like, we straight over here. I feel it now. Because, child, these knees said, have a seat. Sit down somewhere because you're doing too much. Because you had too many warnings. And warning comes before what? Destruction. And everybody's trying to tell your happy little tail to sit your tail down. And you got excited because you was on carpet. And you just standing away. You just standing away just as happy as can be. Bending and all. Girl. Child, when I say my knees are kneeing, these dry bones. But nevertheless, I am very grateful that I was able to stand up as long as I did, because there was a time where I wasn't able to at all. And yeah, it was fun while it lasted, but girl, reality came in real quick. Come on back and sit your little happy tail down. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, so my next guest, I'm super excited that he wanted to be, or he chose to be, or he was asked to be, and he said yes to be a guest on my show. Super excited about that. For the old heads, you already know that I meet my guest 5-10 minutes before the show. Don't know his story, so I'm super excited and intrigued to hear what he's all about. He seems like a dope dude anyway, and he probably don't know this, but he about to find out now. We're locked in for life. Like he about to be my friend forever, and that's it. That's all. All right, so coming to this, that's gracing the stage right now. Kadin, come on in. Come on in. Hey.
Hey, thanks
Oh,
for having me.
you. Thank you for coming on. I definitely appreciate it, and I cannot wait to hear your story.
I can't wait to tell it.
All right, so let's get into it. For those that don't know, can you tell us where you're from and the name of your medical condition or disability?
Yeah, I'm in Painesville, Ohio currently, just outside of Cleveland, and I'm on the autism spectrum.
Autism. Okay, so for those that don't know, can you just share briefly what autism looks like, what it is?
Yeah, well, to put it simply, I have trouble with social cues, though I can be socially awkward. I like having a routine, that kind of thing, but I have specific interests in certain things, and I'm extremely dedicated to my school work, or can I have an obsession with music?
Music. Okay.
Yeah, but
So can
there's a
you
spectrum.
oh so do you play instrument do you play any instruments or do you just like the sound of music?
Both actually, listening and playing.
Okay, so what instruments do you play? Now I'm interested.
All right, I play guitar mainly. I haven't had the time to play like I used to since I've been in school. Well,
Hmm.
but I've been trying to get back into it as of late.
That's cool. Okay, guitar. Do you have like four strings, five strings? How many strings do you play?
Six string.
Six. Oh, oh, you're a professional. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so can we get into how you were diagnosed? Like, how old were you when you found out that you were autistic?
I was 2 years old when I was diagnosed. I'm 1 years old now. And starting with the very doctor that diagnosed me, people questioned my capabilities. Keep in mind, this was in 2006. Back then, there was a huge stigma surrounding autism, of course. But my parents weren't going to have any of that. So they invested so much time and energy into me to get me to where I'm at today, to where I can go to college, get good grades, advocate for a cause I believe in. And as of late, I've been networking with a lot of companies to kind of make things go full circle, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. That's super cool because that I'm grateful that your parents did not just take that diagnosis and not do anything with it because you're very bright and you deserve, the freedom to do whatever you want to do, and I think that's super dope.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're very welcome. Okay, so when it came down to like going to school, elementary school, let's just start there. Did you have any like special school that you went to, or did you have to use any type of devices to kind of help you navigate schooling?
Actually, no, elementary school went off without a hitch. I was actually mainstream public schooled very early from kindergarten because my parents believed in me. They never took any unsolicited medical advice from people. They knew what I needed, and they fought hard to get me to where I'm at. Like I said, and elementary school went fine. Of course, people didn't see differences. I had a occupational therapy, physical therapy classes that were actually part of a grade. But middle school and high school were nightmares of bullying and misunderstandings, which is common with a lot of people in
Hmm.
high school and middle school, no matter the neurotypicalness. But add autism and neurodiversity to mix, it can be extremely hard for some people.
So for you, what kind of things like kind of helped you navigate, although you did say that you were kind of like socially awkward, but when it came down to studying in high school and junior high school, what kind of things like did you use to kind of help?
Oh, well, so I was actually doing well academically. I was able to graduate high school early. In college, I have testing accommodations, for example, extended time on tests
Hmm.
to help me get those. Right now, I have four consecutive dean's lists, which are awards you get for getting A's and B's in a semester, and I'm hoping for a fifth.
Dang, good, nice. So, what's your favorite subject in school?
Man, it's hard to choose. I'm just a really dedicated student, you know?
If you could choose, what do you like
All
to
right,
do the
all right. If I had to choose one currently, I would say explorations in modern mathematics.
most? So, math. So you're good with numbers.
Mm, Not really. That was just one of the more easier maths I chose to get that credit.
Okay, that's good. So now that you're in college, um, what are you taking up? What do you want to do?
I'm a communications major currently. At first, I did that to find a more realistic way to work in the music industry, but I think now I want to have a career in public speaking and advocacy work.
Okay, public. Listen, I really think that you could go into public speaking and advocacy because it started off with your mom. It started off definitely with your parents teaching you and gleaming you to become your own person and that your condition is not stopping you from becoming whoever and whatever you want to be. I think that's dope. Brenda, I love you. Okay, so we're gonna delve into this dedication and the other interests that you're into because you did mention that you're into music. Now, you did say you play the guitar. So now when it comes to listening to music, what type of genre are you intrigued in?
Uh, all of them. It's hard to choose one. I'm literally, I kid you not, up to date on whatever new music releases.
Okay. So if you what okay, okay, how about this? When you wake up in the morning and you go to your iPhone or your phone or tablet, whatever, what do you go to first? What's your go-to song or genre?
Mm, Not necessarily music, but at night I like to listen to horror stories. Research has shown those can improve your sleep habits.
So with autism, you did say like there's certain things that people that have autism have. So when it comes to you, you did say music. You also did say dedication. I'm sorry. And what there was a few other things that you said at the beginning of our conversation that you said that comes along with autism. Can you share with us what those are?
Mm, Yeah, like I said, the big thing is I have trouble understanding social cues. I've been improving, but one big thing for me is understanding emotions.
Okay, so can you explain to that what that looks like for you when you said you have when you struggle with understanding emotions? Do you not feel or do you not understand what others feel? What does that look like?
It's mainly facial expressions, I believe.
So when it is it like in okay, and this is going to be an example. Say like we're talking and you're frustrated about something. Does your face change if you're frustrated or if you're happy, or is it you don't understand if I'm frustrated or if I'm happy?
Mm, It would be the latter.
Okay, so when it comes to um that that you struggle with when it comes to emotions, how do you know how to handle that in certain situations with people?
Like I said, I've been improving. I'm getting better Advan. There's still some kinks I have socially, but I've been improving as of late. The advocacy I've been doing already definitely helps me improve those social interactions.
So is it it's like to help others, because there are some other people that also deal with um communication um discrepancies when it comes to being autistic, and they may not understand ways to kind of help. So for you, what are some things that you kind of do to help you kind of, okay, this is something that I'm working on, or this is something that's familiar, when it comes to the emotional aspect of it? What are some things that you do to kind of help understand?
M- For emotions, I, in the past, I've had the ABA therapy that has been extremely helpful in helping me improve in that aspect. This past year, I've done some therapy and I've done some exercise to help me better manage my emotions, particularly.
So does that come with, is that under the spectrum of occupational therapy?
ABA therapy, it's a whole different thing. When I was a teenager, I had a therapist come over to the house and help me in that aspect.
And what kind of things like did they teach you?
Well, like I said, managing emotions, how to transition to becoming a college student. They helped me learn how to get my first job.
Come on, first job. What did you do?
First two jobs, actually, in high school. I was working at Hardee's and at Dunkin' around that time. And this was after I graduated high school early online during a pandemic.
Oh, so you graduated during the pandemic.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that is a great question. So for you, um, being autistic, and one of the struggles is um communication. Was that easy for you to do everything online? Because technically you're not in communication with people. You don't have to deal with people. So for you, was that easy?
Very much. So, yes, in fact, I could concentrate better on my academics online. There was no bullying, no political agenda, no distractions. It was just me and a computer. Believe it or not, I'm doing online again for my junior and senior year of college. I'm a junior now.
Okay, that, come on, Junior, and that's what I'm talking about. So for people that do have the autism, are autistic, is it easier, or is it, when it comes to dedication, because you did mention that you are dedicated, when it comes to the dedication of working and progressing, is it easier for someone with autism to be by themselves because they're not distracted by people, things?
I I would say very much so. I still have my parents help me, of course, with some assignments, but overall, online school has been extremely easy.
Extremely, that is amazing, because how in the world is school easy? Um, I get it. I definitely get it though. So now that my grandma said you're doing good, so
Thank you, ma'am.
that's amazing. So you did mention that when you were in high school, you dealt with bullying. What were some of the things that kind of helped? First of all, before I say that, if you're comfortable with sharing, what were some of the things that they tried to label you as?
Mm, Oh, it was just the standard stuff, R word, that kind of thing. At first, when I was younger, I would let it bother me. You were gonna ask what I did to deal with it. I would let it bother me, let it hurt my feelings. To be honest, I did stir up those situations by telling on people for petty stuff such as using their phones in class and that kind of thing. Another thing about me and my autism is I like rules and I expect rules to be followed to a T, as they say. So a lot of those situations were stirred up by me. But the thing is, those students should have been more empathetic towards my situation.
Hmm. Really? So, did you have to share with anyone at school, or let's just say your friends, ahead of time? Like, okay, this is something that I deal with. So, if you see me do certain things, it's because of that's what that's how I am. Like you said specifically, you like certain order. So, if things are out of order, how do you cope with it?
Mm, well, I never told anyone. That's the thing, because I was ashamed of it back then because of bullying and drama. But people could tell based on some of my mannerisms.
That there was did they ever ask or no?
N- no, quite frankly, the only people that knew were the teachers, because of course they were required to. And even if I wanted to tell them, it would have, quite frankly, have been none of their business.
That is true. It is not any of their business. That's definitely so, for sure. So now that you're out of high school and going into college, and you said that you mentioned that you graduated during the pandemic. When the pandemic was over, I mean, technically we're still kind of like in it, but when you were able to be around socially people, was that transition from being online to now going back to a world of people, was that transition difficult?
Mm, It was somewhat difficult, but after a while, I got used to it, and the transition from being in college to being online again was even more easier.
The transition from people to just focusing on work
Y-
online.
yes, ma'am, very much so.
Are you so when you graduate this time, what are you going to have? What degree?
I'll have the bachelor's in communications.
So do you want to go any further?
Hmm. No, no, I think 4 year isn't enough, especially with the amount of student loan that I'm in currently, which is another thing. I've been trying to pay all that off now before the interest accrues so I can function as a human being come graduation.
Very true, because that student loan that'll get you for sure. That'll get you for sure. So you did mention also that you wanted to become an advocate. What stirred up you becoming an advocate compared to just living your life?
Correction, I already advocate for autism awareness. The advocacy began with a class project in 2022. The assignment was to think of a way to help the community and act upon it. So my group and I set up GoFundMe for Autism Society of America. We raised over $1,000 for it and won a contest with it. But
Wow.
I saw, as typical with my generation, the TikTok generation, my group wasn't really into it. If anything, they only did the assignment to get the grade and the prize money that we got for winning the contest. And I noticed that autism awareness isn't a cause taken seriously, at least
Mhm.
in the country I'm in the States. There are some resources, but we still got a lot of work to do. So if no one else is taking this seriously, I might as well be it. So that class project led to all kinds of opportunities for me. Talking with politicians, appearing on platforms like this. As of recent, I've been writing advocacy pieces about my journey.
Yeah, I saw something about McDonald's. I It was something like McDonald's something.
Oh, how to 2 tips for working in the fast food industry when you have autism?
I think that was it. Yes, because you posted. It was your most recent. When you do blogs, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it was your most recent blog, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's super interesting. I think that's good. So, when did you start doing blogging as well?
Mm, I've been blogging since I was 14 years old, mainly surrounding sports. I write for a site called the Sports Column as well. I have over 400 articles on that site alone, and I was able to interview several athletes, many of which look good on resumes. And then since the advocacy piece is I started in March of this year.
Hmm. That is wow. So you have a passion for writing.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever written a book, or are you invested or interested in writing a book?
Y- yes, ma'am. I'm thinking about it.
I think you should do it. I'm just saying. I think you should do it because you definitely do have the experience, especially with all the articles and blogs that you've done. I think that that's like the next step for sure. Definitely so. So you also did well. I seen that you have a podcast.
Oh,
So could you
no, not. I appear regularly on
you appear
podcasts
on a
and
okay,
platforms.
got it. You appear on a podcast. Well, now that we're gonna ask another question, do you want to start a podcast?
Uh, I've done a couple for a class project yet, but I may want to do one officially eventually.
I think that would be great because I feel like you said a little earlier, a lot of people don't know the details of what autism looks like and people that are autistic, because I do know that there are different spectrums of having autism, and not everyone's autistic ability is the same. And I think that needs to be an awareness for people can understand of what that world looks like for you guys.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah, I think so. That's something. I think you have homework to do, Kaden. A book, and then also potentially, hopefully, very soon, starting a podcast.
I'll get to it.
Great. Okay, so where can people like find you? Where can people look where you are, follow your blog posts, all that nature?
Mm, Well, oh, people can follow me on Facebook at King Ronald, KADINRONALD. They can connect with me on LinkedIn if they want me to work with their business or talk to their company about my life story at Kadin Ronald McElwain, KADINRONALD They can follow me on YouTube, watch any of my speeches I've given, and any interviews I've done, and they can check out some of my work on the sports column.
On the sports column. Gabe, could you put that on the screen? Oh, boom, you're on it. I appreciate it. Yes, everyone, please follow him, Kaden Ronald, on Facebook. Wait, where's Ronald? Is that your middle name?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, Ronald. I like it. And then Kaden Ronald McElwain.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. On LinkedIn, and then also YouTube, Caden's Autism Journey on YouTube. Yes, please go follow him. So, last question before we head out. For those that deal with autism or um conditions alike that may struggle with trying to accept that they have autism, what is something that you do, or what is something that you can encourage others to do, to just help them live the life, because you've accomplished a lot with having autism? So what is something that you can tell them?
I would say embrace yourself. You're an amazing person and you have potential. And if people can't see that, don't give them the time of day because they're the ones missing out on an amazing person.
Very true. I definitely agree with that. Like, you're your own person, accept that, love who you are, and do it well. For real, for real. Katie, thank you again so much for gracing the stage. I definitely appreciate it. Gabe's gonna put you in the back, and then I'm in the show. Don't log off though.
Okay. Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me.
You're welcome. Get, Gabe. Thank, thank, thank you, Gabe. Yo, Katie is super dope. Like, for real, for real. I'm super excited that and super grateful that he graced the stage. I definitely appreciate it so much. His story was amazing. What he does is amazing, and I think um, people with autism is something that's very prevalent in the world right now, for real. And there's different spectrum of having autism. So I think that autism is very important to even learn about. I'm learning about it even as we speak. So I think that's super that's a subject that needs to be talked about a little bit more. And we're gonna have more people on and talk about autism and the different types of autistic symptoms, autistic components. We're gonna figure out a way how to say that. What's the right word? All right, so let's get into the church announcements. If you have a disability and or medical condition and you want to be a guest on the show, holla at me. Let me know what's it. Let me know what's up. You feel me? Like, I just want to know. Okay. And then also, next Tuesday, we are live and in living color. In living color. You can do what you wanna do. And then I just killed that note again. Oh my gosh, like somebody please sign me. Oh, cause I can't even take myself. You can do what you wanna do. And then and you gotta have the finger. Because it's not real if you don't have the finger. You can do what you wanna do. And you gotta kind of like bend a little bit. It makes sense. You can do. I bet you all you're gonna be saying like that. You can do what you wanna do and live in color. And live in color. You can. Okay, stay focused no more. All right. So next Tuesday we are live and live in color. 9 p. 8 p. 7. Domo start at 7 because that's where we're at right now. 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 10 p.m. Eastern. We are live. Let me tell y'all, the month of October is the last month that we are doing our 1 Billion Brave show for the season. Oh my gosh. Child, we almost at the end. And let it win. And period, like that's crazy. Yeah, so make sure you guys tune in, like these last few episodes. And then the very last episode is gonna be me and Gabe. So it's gonna be me and Gabe. And I'm gonna expose the hater in him because he just be hating. It's just crazy. Like, you can't be why you hating? Why you hating for? All right, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for checking me out. Thank you guys for seeing what we're talking about in here. I don't take it lightly. I appreciate it every single time because you guys don't have to watch any of this at all. Y'all can be watching in living color for real. So I definitely appreciate it. I love you guys so much. Don't log off though because y'all see. All right, Gabe, get me out of here, hater. Make my elevator. I love y'all. Period. And y'all better love me too. All right, Gabe, get me out of here. Y'all already know what to do. Until next time, love you.